When a woman craves an older man, she is not attracted to his age. She is attracted to what she believes his age represents: depth, stability, emotional control, direction. She is not looking at the number of years he has lived. She is looking at the weight he carries in his presence. She is looking at how he enters a room without needing to dominate it. She is looking at how he speaks without rushing, how he listens without interrupting, how he holds eye contact without trying to impress. And when she feels that pull toward him, something shifts inside her. She becomes curious, but she also becomes cautious, because attraction to an older man feels powerful, and powerful feelings require confirmation. So she tests him, not loudly, not aggressively, but precisely. There are two questions she will always ask, sometimes directly, sometimes indirectly, but they will come. And how he answers determines whether her craving deepens into love or dissolves into doubt. The first question is this: why are you still single? You might think it is small talk. It is not. It is psychological investigation. When she asks why he is single, she is not asking about relationship status. She is asking about emotional history. She is asking whether he left chaos behind or carries it within him. She is asking whether other women could not handle him or whether he could not handle himself. She is asking whether he is alone by choice or by consequence. She wants to know if his solitude is strength or damage, and she will study his face when he answers, if he blames, if he mocks his past partners, if he shrugs with bitterness, if his tone tightens. She will feel it instantly. A mature woman who craves an older man wants emotional leadership, not emotional debris. If he says something like, I have had meaningful relationships and I learned from each one, I chose to walk away when alignment disappeared and I took time to grow instead of rushing into something new, she hears maturity. She hears accountability. She hears reflection, because reflection signals depth, and depth is what she craves. An older man who can speak about his past without anger is magnetic, not because he is perfect, but because he is processed. Processed pain becomes wisdom. Unprocessed pain becomes projection. She is testing which one he carries. And here is what most men misunderstand. She is also measuring how much he needs her. If he says, I am tired of being alone and I am ready to settle down with whoever is serious, she feels pressure. Pressure creates resistance. But if he says, I value peace and I do not compromise it lightly, I am open to something real when it feels aligned, she feels space. Space creates desire. Desire grows where there is choice, not urgency. Now let us go deeper. The second question is more subtle. It often arrives after connection has begun, after tension builds, after eye contact lingers longer than usual. She will look at him and ask in some form, what are you looking for? Or where do you see this going? This is not about labels. It is about direction. When a woman craves an older man, she is craving clarity. She does not want chaos. She does not want guessing games. She does not want emotional confusion disguised as mystery. She wants to feel that he knows who he is and what he wants. If he responds vaguely, saying, we will see what happens, or I do not think about the future, she feels instability. Instability breaks the illusion she was drawn to, because she was attracted to his grounded nature. If that grounded nature disappears under pressure, so does her desire. But if he answers calmly and says, I do not rush connections, but when I invest intentionally. I build slowly, but I build seriously. I am here because I see potential, and I explore potential with purpose. She feels anchored. Anchoring creates safety. Safety allows her to soften. Softening allows intimacy. Now understand something deeper. These two questions are not traps. They are invitations. Invitations for him to reveal whether his maturity is authentic or performative, because many men play the role of being emotionally evolved, but roles crack under pressure. Questions reveal cracks. If he becomes defensive, she feels insecurity. If he over-explains, she feels anxiety. If he avoids, she feels doubt. But if he stays calm, if he breathes slowly, if he answers without rushing to impress, she feels steadiness. Steadiness is intoxicating, especially to a woman who has experienced emotional unpredictability before. When a woman craves an older man, she is often tired of emotional volatility. She has felt passion without safety, intensity without direction, excitement without consistency. She wants both fire and foundation is tested through pressure. Let me tell you something powerful. When she asks why he is single, she is imagining herself in his past. She is asking, could I have survived his history? Would I have felt respected? Would I have felt secure? And when she asks where this is going, she is imagining herself in his future. Will I feel chosen? Will I feel guided? Will I feel safe here? Her questions are not about curiosity. They are about projection. She is projecting herself into his life and checking for stability. Now, here is where many men fail. They think passing the test means saying the right words. It does not. It means embodying the right energy, tone, posture, pace of speech, eye contact. If his voice trembles slightly when speaking about commitment, she feels doubt. If he smirks dismissively when asked about direction, she feels disrespected. But if he maintains relaxed shoulders, steady eye contact, measured breathing, she feels emotional containment. Containment is powerful. It means he can handle her emotions without collapsing. It means he can handle conflict without exploding. It means he can handle desire without rushing. And that combination creates deep attraction. There is another layer. When she tests him, she is also testing herself. She is testing whether she can trust her instinct. If he answers with integrity, her instinct feels validated. And when a woman trusts her instinct around a man, she bonds deeply. But if his answers create confusion, her instinct goes into defense mode. Defense mode kills vulnerability. Vulnerability is required for love. So these two questions are gateways to emotional access. If he walks through them calmly, she opens the door further. If he stumbles, she steps back. Now let us talk about something most men ignore. After he answers these questions correctly, she will watch his consistency. Words mean nothing without pattern. If he says he values peace but constantly engages in drama, she notices. If he says he moves intentionally but becomes inconsistent, she notices. Consistency builds trust. Trust builds desire. Desire builds attachment. Attachment builds love. An older man who truly understands this does not fear being tested. He welcomes it because he knows that tests are opportunities to demonstrate stability. He does not rush to prove himself. He simply reveals himself, and revealing is powerful. When she sees that his answers align with his behavior, something shifts inside her. Her guard lowers, her tone softens, her body leans closer. She begins initiating small touches. She begins imagining shared moments. She begins craving his reassurance, not because she is insecure, but because she feels safe enough to want him. Safety is seductive, not the boring kind, the grounding kind, the kind that allows passion to grow without fear. When a woman craves an older man, she is craving grounded passion. Passion that does not disappear after excitement fades. Passion that is anchored in character, and character is revealed through pressure. So when she asks, "Why are you single?" answer with growth. When she asks, "Where is this going?" answer with direction, but do it slowly, do it calmly, do it without performance, because she is not testing your script. She is testing your nervous system. Can you stay steady when questioned? Can you stay confident when evaluated? Can you stay composed when vulnerability enters the room? If you can, she feels it. And when she feels it, her craving deepens into trust. Trust deepens into admiration. Admiration deepens into love, not loud love. Not chaotic love, deep love, the kind that chooses, the kind that stays, the kind that feels safe enough to surrender. So do not fear her questions. Welcome them. Because when a woman craves an older man, those two questions are not obstacles, they are doorways. And if you walk through them with grounded maturity, she will not just crave you, she will choose you deeply, intentionally, and without hesitation.